dentistry because I first started thinking about dentistry as a career when I was 22, which is later than most people. So I talked about the thought process that went into it, my previous career, which was in finance, and how I was able to overcome some obstacles, such as taking science courses and finding the time while working full-time to study for the DAT.
I chose mainly to talk about like my history with dentistry. My mom's a dentist, and I talked about that, about people I shadowed, but the kind of cool part that I talked about, which I think added a little bit of flavor, was my experience with my mom when I was 10. I went out and went to a convention with her, and they have all the booths. And one of them was selling magic kits, dental magic kits, and I bought one when I was 10. Went back to my mom's office and actually performed magic tricks for the kids at her office. So talking about things like that, I think, kind of showed my personality in the personal statement. I don't think you have to necessarily show that, but different things to talk about in your personal statement with to show your personality, I think helps. In your personal statement, you really want to avoid relisting everything that you've done in the actual application. So you list everything when in the first part of the application, and the last part, that's when you more expound upon certain aspects of your application or more about yourself. It's the time to actually express who you are.
I think the biggest thing that most pre-dents try to do, but I think may work against them, is trying to create a sob story out of nothing. I think that when you approach the personal statement, you should be honest with yourself and talk about why you want to be a dentist, and if there's a story that falls in line with that, then great. But if you go backwards and you try to create a story and then try to work your way towards how does that relate to dentistry, a lot of times I think that fails and it doesn't come off very genuine.
When you're looking to have people proofread your personal statement, it's always a good idea to have multiple people look at your personal statement. So I definitely had my mom look at it first because she will be the most nice with her feedback. And so my mom gave me the first round of recommendations to edit my personal statement. And then I also had my boss look at it. He had been offering to look at my personal statement for a long time, and he actually gave me the best advice, I think. I admit that it was really scary for me at first to be able to share my personal statement with other people, just because I felt like it was really, it contained some material that was like pretty sensitive to me. But like in the long run, you definitely want those other people's perspectives, because when I was writing my personal statement, I got into this tunnel vision about what I wanted it to be. And then it took like my mom and my boss and some of my friends to tell me, but how does this actually relate to why you want to do dentistry? And so it's really just good to have other people look at your personal statement to make sure you're getting your message across in a way that other people can understand.